Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
What does the word one use as a made in everyday conversation?
I'm not sure what you meant there. Could you say that again?
How has the meaning of it will change over time?
How does time change? What do you mean by that?
Where do people often connect with indifference?
Where do people connect and develop skills?
Can with sometimes sound video why?
Can wine be trained to sound a certain way?
How does tone of voice change the meaning of it?
Yeah. What about TV?
Where do teenagers
Hey there.
use the word motivate
Let's use
to
what?
frequently?
Use the word pretty well soup or something? Where were you getting at with that?
What emotions can
Just
hide
clarifying.
behind the word
That's a good question. People can hide a lot. Sadness, anger, fear. What makes you curious about that?
can be used to avoid conflict?
What can be used to avoid conflict?
How does body thinking affect the impact of selling motivate?
Not sure I caught that. Sharing brains? What were you asking about how the body manages?
Is motivate always a negative word way or way not?
Way to positive or negative words? What about the ways we use them?
How is motivate used in movies and TV shows?
Radio in movies and TV shows? What about it specifically, the sound effects or something else?
What role does motivate play in modern slang?
A player in modern slang. What are you curious about there?
Where do some people feel hurt when they hear motivate?
Where do some people feel hurt when they hear what we are? I'm not following. Can you clarify what we are means here?
Can motivate shoes confidence
Get the shoes?
instead of indifference?
Confidence in
How do parents us live with when teenagers
how
say
do you prevent
what
singing with someone?
are some alternatives to saying motivate?
What kind of colleagues? Or who are they coming to see?
Where is motivate considered dismissive in some stations?
I'm not sure I understand. What is it and what stations are you talking about?
Can motivate help someone emotionally disconnect from stress?
All right. Anything else on your mind?
How does digital media affect the popularity of the word between?
Hmm. Just checking something quickly about that. Social media has this incredible way of making things really popular really quickly, right? Stuff just goes viral and suddenly everyone's doing the same dance, wearing the same shoes, interested in the same trends. Those platforms also play a big role in connecting different cultures. You can discover music or food from halfway across the world that you'd never have known about otherwise. What got you thinking about this?
What is the psychological meaning
What
behind
about physicality?
indifference? What is the psychological meaning behind indifference?
What about friendship physically?
How can one word create misunderstanding in communication?
Mhm. So you're asking how one word can create understanding. That's a cool question.
Where do people use between during
I think it's all about
arguments?
I'm not sure what you said there. Did you mean something about bearing arguments?
What is the difference between frequency and indifference?
What's the difference between seeing them? Or what's the difference between what you're seeing?
Can between sometimes mean freedom or flexibility?
And flexibility?
How does between reflect modern trends
How does
world
material
life?
reflect what is
Where do some people hate using the word between?
it's singing the word where
What are the origins of the word between?
the means of the world between what?
How is pop culture shaped the image of between? What most
Top shape that makes read both what?
what famous movie finished without the word between?
Ooh, what's the most movie about? And did you say something about skin or cloudy words? I'm having trouble catching what you said there.
In saying between imaging
What are you saying with me?
relationships.
The magic of the relationship.
In saying between the way two people use between when they feel powerless.
Can't tell you what to do. That sounds tough. You seem to be going through something heavy right now. What's going on?
How does sarcasm change the meaning of between?
Mm. How does sarcasm change the meaning of happy culture?
Is indifference at dependency mechanism?
Something about French and prevention? I'm not sure I caught the whole thing.
What are your ways to express this expression then saying between?
I think I heard some Spanish there. ¿Qué es la manera de reemplazar las personas? Which translates to what is the way to replace people?
How does communication style affects emotional reaction.
Can you ¿Puedo hacerle nada? De nada.
Where can where sometimes feel emotional negative.
¿Quién va a durar? Who's gonna last? Or who's gonna endure?
Where do people misunderstand each other around people?
I'm having trouble understanding that. Can you try rephrasing what you're saying?
How do different
How do
generations
I think about
treat
what in
where
particular? Your weapons? What do you mean by that? You're asking about defending yourself somehow?
what makes where sound passive aggressive?
What makes the two ears sound passive can be seen. It sounds like you're asking what makes ears work in a way that takes things in.
Can indifference protect people from emotional pain? How do
In. So friend. Now what?
how do teacher read when students say where?
I'm not catching that. What did you ask about teachers?
There is active in, in communication.
And what's important in communication?
What are the effects of dismissing?
What are the subjects of this museum?
How can words influence relationships?
How can we replace relationships with race?
Does it reflect room
You
or
don't hear the letter?
conversation?
No worries. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you try saying that again?
Where do some people use it to end conversation?
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time understanding. Could you try saying that a different way?
How does emotional intelligence change the way we communicate?
Emotional intelligence can change the way we communicate dramatically. It helps us understand our own emotions and the emotions of others, leading to more thoughtful responses rather than impulsive reactions. It lets you read a room better, pick up on nonverbal cues, and tailor your communication to be more effective. Empathy becomes a superpower. It also lets you handle conflict more constructively rather than escalate things or shut down. Does that make sense?
What lessons can we learn from studying everyday words?
That's a great question. I think studying everyday words can teach us so much about culture, history, and how people think. The way language changes over time is like looking at a timeline of human experience. Plus, studying word origins tells us how we've understood the world, like how even something simple as okay started as a joke in the 1800s. Plus, understanding the power in nuanced language can help us communicate more thoughtfully. Found yourself noticing interesting things about words you use every day?
Can indifference ever be healthy?
I'm really sorry to hear you're feeling depressed. That sounds incredibly difficult. I want to make sure you know that you're not alone. and what you're going through is real and valid. If you're comfortable sharing, is there something specific that's been going on? If not, that's okay too. But sometimes talking about it can help. I want to be supportive however I can. There are resources that can help if you need it too. Would you like me to share some?
Where do some people live in hearing it where?
I think I got some Spanish there. Me duele, which means it hurts me. The rest is a bit unclear though. What's hurting you right now?
What is the connection?
Okay. To the next step. What's the next step?
What is the connection between
Like, that's a good thing?
what is the connection between language and the
That's a really interesting question. Maybe what you're getting at is like, how well do you actually know yourself? It's easy to get lost in other people's expectations or what you think you should want. What brought that question up for you?
where how can
Taking your
communication
time? That's
become
okay.
how can communication become more respectful?
I'll be in the world because they don't become more respectful.
Where do some people want very strong emotional meaning?
We have some sympathy for what your emotional meaning is. Is that what you were trying to say?
Can motivate your song
Mm-hmm.
playful or in
Mm, I'm not sure what you meant. Of your ceremony? What about it?
how to friendship change because of communication habits?
No, of configure yourself with your mage at being uncrems, pick up on each other's inside jokes, can read between the lines more easily, and you just naturally build shorthand ways of talking. On the flip side, with acquaintances or new friends, you might be more careful about what you share and how you say it. Does that feel true for you?
Where is important in it?
A's. Yeah. Okay, you think so?
What does the peculiarity of it say about modern society?
What does? What does about we know.
How can we replace indifference with meaningful
How
communication?
independence for you? I'm here when you're ready to talk.
What does the word peculiar really mean?
I'm not sure I caught that clearly. Are you asking what words really mean?
Where do people use peculiar in conversation?
I don't know if I'm going to see you.
Can peculiar sound rude or disrespectful?
I think you said something about being real without disrespect.
How does
No, it
name
does.
change
Yeah.
of why change the meaning of peculiar?
What is
A is motivate it with indifference.
with the phones?
Can saying motivate her
Can't say in your
someone's feelings.
team. You can't say important things.
Can saying motivate her someone's feelings.
Can say you understand someone's feelings.
How is motivate used by teenagers today?
How is your dinner used by who? I got a bit lost there. Can you clarify what you meant?
What emotions are hidden behind the word motivate?
What emotions are you hearing behind the words I say?
Is motivate a way to avoid accidents?
I love that too.
How can we communication better
How can we communicate with
instead of
Mm.
saying motivate?
instead of saying what to you? That sounds good. What would you like to know?
How does the word motivate reflect emotional difference?
Just looking into what you're asking. It's an interesting word. I'm not super familiar with it. It looks like there are a few possible things it could refer to. One is actually khat, which is a plant, and that's been studied for how it affects things like anger, emotional responses. There's also a therapist named Kati Morton and someone named Katie Gostaspi, who both work with emotional influence. Which one were you thinking of?
Where do people often use motivate in arguments?
Where do people obtain use for my hearing arguments? It's a little unclear what you're asking. Could you rephrase that?
Can saying motivate affect relationships
And say
negatively?
can stay in virtual relationships? What is TNL?
How has the meaning of motivate changed over time?
How does the meaning of time change as we grow older or our children grow up?
What does motivate mean about modern communication habits?
What does it well remain about modern communication habits? I'm not totally following. Could you rephrase
What does motivate
that? Okay.
mean about modern communication habits?
What does modern communication habits do?
Is
Just
motivate
waiting to hear
a
what you're.
way
Is
to
that true?
avoid arguments?
Where to target arguments? I'm here if you want to explain.